Why would going home with Nikolas make me sorry?
Perhaps Ethan feels you should stay here at the hospital with Edward.
And that happens to be true, but Ethan can speak for himself. Well, I think you're better off anywhere than with him.
I'm not surprised you feel that way.
Well, can't you lighten up for one night? Okay, Rebecca's dealing with enough. Edward almost died tonight. In case you missed that, she doesn't need you messing with her head.
It's up to you.
Don't do it.
Look, I don't know what's going on between you two, and frankly, I'm too wiped to figure it out. Nikolas is right. It's my choice, and it's a very easy one.
You're asking me to marry you?
I know it probably seems sudden.
It seems crazy.
Well, it's not like we haven't been down this road before. Third time's a charm, my mom always used to say.
Oh.
So, I mean, mostly when schemes blow up on our faces just to keep our spirits up. But in this case, I believe her.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're asking me to marry you.
I'm surprised you're in so much shock.
You said it yourself. We've been down this road twice. And both times we have plunged face first into a dead end.
They were just lessons learned.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, Lucky.
This is something I don't see very often. What are you afraid of, us?
Nikolas, there's no reason to argue with Ethan because it's not up for debate. I'm not leaving Edward. Look, this hasn't exactly been an easy day for him. I mean, Andrew Floyd tried to murder him by putting digitalis in his drink, and it almost worked. He went careening through the carnival, killing people, causing multiple injuries. If Edward wakes up screaming in the middle of the night, or even if he doesn't, I'm gonna be there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, whatever you want to do. All right.
Okay. Thanks for understanding and not making a big deal out of it.
Listen, I honestly, I'll support whatever it is you want to do.
Okay. Call you later.
Okay.
I get that you're setting Rebecca up. You were kind enough to share that with me. Now, perhaps you deign to share what the end goal is. Is it a little payback or utter annihilation?
Is it me that you're scared of, my sobriety? Because I swear to Elizabeth...
No, Lucky, I know you're on track. But you're right. What frightens me is us. Our history. We are much better at not being married.
That may have been true once, but I don't think it is anymore.
But what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong and we get married again and we make the same mistakes and we fall back into the same destructive pattern?
You know, you don't seem to have very much faith in us.
Oh, God, I have so much faith in what we have made together. This incredible partnership is the most important thing in my life. I don't want to risk it.
And the way you're acting right now, you're acting out of fear. And that is what is keeping us stuck. We both do it way too much. We just need to find a way to get past it. Elizabeth, you know how I feel about you. Unless you don't feel the same way about me. Elizabeth, if you don't love me, I just need to hear you say it.
Lucky. Never question my love for you. You're my first love, my kid's father. You've been my anchor since we were teenagers. My life doesn't make sense without you in it.
And I feel exactly the same way. Doesn't that tell you something? I find it rather touching that you get all fired up in Rebecca's defense, especially considering you're basically her roadkill.
You know, I happen to care about Rebecca.
Really? Well, then you should be jumping for joy because she's about to get exactly what she wants.
You.
A chance to walk in Emily's shoes, and yes, that does include me. Come on, Ethan, isn't this what your scam was all about? Rebecca laying claim to the life that Emily got to have and she didn't?
Well, you are one cold bastard. What happened at the carnival? Did that not touch you at all? A man Rebecca has come to regard as a grandfather nearly dies amidst the carnage that he sowed, however inadvertently. And have you noticed how Rebecca's composed herself throughout all this? With grace, compassion, and dignity. But those are things that you're unfamiliar with, aren't they?
I just found that all very unmoving. See, I've come to learn what a terrific little actress Rebecca is. Grace, compassion, and dignity are three of her very best events.
Well, Rebecca's transgression consists of one thing. She pretended she didn't know she was Emily's twin.
Exactly. So she could take all the people Emily loved for their money.
Well, where is this vast fortune Rebecca meant to acquire? Oh, wait. She didn't take anyone's money. You're convicting and punishing her for something that never happened.
That was ingenious, Ethan. That statement alone gets you a lifetime membership into the Con-Man Club.
Look, ever since I tumbled into this twisted little town, I've been warned about the Cassidines. By Luke, Lucky, and Lulu. But they all said you were the exception, the good Cassidine. And they honestly believe that. So you tell me, who's the real con man here?
Both times we got married, I thought it was forever. But it wasn't.
So we've had a few bumps in the road.
Bumps. Lucky, we careened off a cliff. You turned to Maxie and drugs, and I went to Jason, and we had a baby. And...
I forgave you. I thought that went both ways.
Yes, of course it did. But forgiving each other doesn't mean we should ignore the painful lessons we've had to learn.
Okay, you know what? So we shouldn't let the past rob us of our future either.
Oh, God, you're so relentlessly optimistic.
Yeah, well, I doubt my boss or anyone else from the PCPD would agree with you.
Okay. I am so honored that you want to marry me. And I want to give your proposal the thoughtful consideration it deserves. Just not tonight. So much has happened, and I'm on overload right now, okay? But I can tell you this much, with a foggy head and a clear heart, that I love you. And I always will. Talk to you. Sober enough to listen?
Sadly, yes, I am. May I make an observation first? For someone who just got proposed to, you don't seem very happy.
Like he told you he was going to ask me to marry him again?
No, not exactly, but that's the impression he left. So what'd you say?
That I had to think about it. But I don't. I just couldn't figure out a way to tell him that I love him.